Welcome back. Today we're going to check out some comments first, and then only do we check out some crypto coins. What do you think about that? Let's get straight into it. Comments, yes sir. Trillion says good title, yes sir. I purposely named it this way. These meme coins are fire. I don't know. I think it's catchy. I don't know. That's just me being I don't know, being funny, I guess. Fibo, hey, what's up, Fibo? Fibo says, thanks, Kenny. What's your opinion on value investing? Should traders consider value investing? Sure. Or hedge against inflation? Sure. You can do both. What was the riskiest trading decision? Well, this like, how many questions is this? 3 questions, 3 in 1. Riskiest trading decision you have ever made. So first question was, what's my opinion on value investing? Yeah, sure. This is Warren Buffett's investment strategy, and a lot of other successful traders do value investing as well. But you have to understand that for value investing, there's a very long time horizon, right? Because sometimes, because the very nature of, I'm going to talk about stocks, right? The very nature of stocks or even cryptocurrencies in general is a lot of times it will go into overvalued territory, fairly valued territory, and then it drops to undervalued territory, right? But if it is a good company, you don't have to worry that much, even if you bought it at an overvalued price, because eventually it should come back up. But of course, the best purchase that you can make for a profitable company is when it is undervalued. So how do you determine whether if a company is a profitable company or not, whether if this company is intrinsically valuable, whether if its price currently is undervalued in the stock market? So for example, right, this is very different from crypto, right? Stocks, because for stocks, you have financials that you can take a look at. You have the income statement, balance sheet, and you have the cash flow. These are actually, I mean, everybody should be reading Robert Kiyosaki's book of Rich Dad Poor Dad, because he speaks very well on these 3 financials, right? Very basic financial literacy. Rich Dad Poor Dad. Everyone should read it. Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah, this is Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad. This is in terms of finance, right? This is like a top 5 book, that everyone should have, rather if you are a trader or not. So yeah, so okay, let's go a little bit deeper into it. So you want to talk about value investing. Wait, let me just make this a little bit smaller so you can see it. So let's say, for example, you can go to Yahoo, right? And then you can, okay, let's look at Netflix, Yahoo Netflix. Very easily, you can check out, stocks, summaries. You can check the charts. You can check what people are talking about, the conversations. You can check out statistics, But of course, you want to look at financials, right? What's the cash flow of the company? How much is their assets? What are their expenses? How much income? And also, what are their liabilities? How much free cash do they have? And you can see it all over here: the revenue, the expenses, operating income, tax, pre-tax. Yeah, you can look at their balance sheet. What are their assets? How much assets do they have? Their liabilities, right? Cash flow. Do they have a huge free cash flow? Yeah, it's operating cash flow. Do they have enough cash for operations? Yeah, these are all things that you can look up yourself, right? Of course, there's a lot of work involved. So there's this site that I go to. Again, these are things that I don't really share, but there's this site called Gurufocus, right? That makes things much easier for you. Let's say you want to go to check out the value of Netflix. Gurufocus does everything for you, right? You can just look at the summary, and then you can just scroll down and you look at the financial strength, right? So looking at Netflix, the score is, it just gives you a summary of everything: financial strength, the growth rank, how much it has grown, how much potential does it have to grow, right? And yeah, profitability, how profitable is this company? So yeah, you can see it all here. The momentum, everything is all here. GF is Gurufocus own metrics, right? 8 over 10. That's pretty good. But of course, you can look. I mean, you can always drill down to look into more detail of the particular company. But again, it just allows you to easily browse through whether if you should be making moves for Netflix or not. So another example, let's say we go to Apple, right? Apple. So again, just going through the summary, you'll be able to tell, Apple has a 7 over 10. Netflix only has a 6. But the growth rank for Apple is 10 over 10. Profitability, 10 over 10. Momentum, 10 over 10. So you see that, which means that if you had money and you had to choose, let's say only like 3 companies, right? Apple should be one of the 3. Right? I mean, of course, there are also companies that are much, much better than Apple, right? For example, Microsoft, right? If you look at Microsoft, look at the financial strength, right? Netflix was 6, Apple was 7. Microsoft's financial strength is 8 over 10. Everything else is 10. Profitability 10, growth rank 10, momentum rank 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Everything is 10, right? Of course, Gurufocus's value rank is not as high, but everything else, it trumps Apple's. Again, even better is Google's, right? Goog. So you can look at Goog. Goog is 9 over 10 compared to Netflix's 6. So you see how profitable this company is. Easily you can tell whether this is a good company to be investing in, right? So let's say another good example is Uber. I don't know if I can go through 5 here for free. Oh, I still could. Okay, so you look at Uber. Look at the financial strength of Uber. Look at the profitability rank of Uber. Growth rank, right? Sure, you may argue momentum is 10, but it's not as profitable, at 4 over 10 compared to Apple, right? Or compared to Microsoft, compared to Google. So in terms of value, would Uber be considered a value investment? My answer is no, it is not. Just based on these 2 metrics, right? The profitability and the financials of Uber. Yeah, but this is just very basic stuff. Of course, you have to drill down into it. So, yeah, but Gurufocus allows you, to see just a glance of how things are, right? So, of course, value investing is important, right? So for example, let's say if we drill into Bitcoin, right? There's nothing. There's no financials for Bitcoin. None. So what's the value for Bitcoin? Just because it has 21 million max supply, will forever only have 21 million. But do you know the big chunks of Bitcoin is owned by the uber rich, ultra rich people? Bitcoin is meant for people from developing countries who are unbanked, small communities that are out from, let's say, for example, cities, right? They're just in the jungle by themselves, a small little community. And Bitcoin should be a value exchange, And yeah, but look at the value. Bitcoin is meant to be spent. The point is, it's meant to be spent. It's not meant to be stored. And yes, what value? What value? What value, right? So yeah, compared to stocks, right? We're comparing to stocks, yeah. So that's why you can understand when people like, let's say, Warren Buffett says that Bitcoin is worthless. So you understand that why Bitcoin is worthless in that sense, right? From the standpoint of Warren Buffett, right? So I understand Warren Buffett is not a fan of crypto, and I respect his opinion, but I think it's wrong. But yeah, but anyway, it's a long story. Yeah. So that's my opinion. Should traders consider value or hedge against it? Yeah, sure. Buy gold, buy Bitcoin. What was the riskiest trading decision you have ever made? Okay, so the way I trade since the beginning, when I started until now, I don't. Normally, I would enter a trade with a stop loss in hand. The moment I enter the trade, I already know where I'm getting out. Because when it comes to trading, there is zero, you have zero control over what happens in the market. The only control you have is when you get in, when you get out. That's it. Get out when you're wrong, you get out when you're right. Make an entry, things go right, you're out. If things go wrong, you're out as well. That's it. Everything else that happens, whether if it goes up, whether if it goes down, zero control. We have zero control over what happens. So that's why it's very important to have a good risk management strategy. Very, very, very important. And risk management is what separates profitable traders from the 90% of traders that do not make it. It's a sad truth that 90% of people will not make profits in investing or trading. It's just how it is because of greed. And everybody have this, in their mind that all of their trades are going to be profitable. So no. Even the best traders only have a 50-50 rate, which means that if this trade you get right, the next trade you're going to get wrong. When you make money, you make a lot of money. When you lose money, you lose a little bit. You see that? So yeah. So I've never been liquidated before since the beginning, and okay, you might argue, I go put maybe a few $100 or maybe $1,000 when I go ape shit into, let's say, perpetual futures, right? And I go 50x, 100x, maybe I could turn 1,000 into, let's say, 15,000 or 16,000. Yeah, but eventually I'm just going to lose everything because it's so high risk. Right? My risk reward is so low. So yeah, it's just just for fun, right? So yeah, there you go. Hope that explains. Right, let's get straight into it. I was thinking of doing again the same thing, the most volatile coins for the past week, and apparently Render is at number 56 with a 43% rise for the past 7 days, even just by looking at the graph. A little graph over here, it's been rising, so let's check out Render, shall we? Render! Okay, so for Render against BTC, we are above the skinny pink line. We're expecting continuation. So again, always respect the skinny pink line. If we are above the skinny pink line, we stay bias bullish for that particular coin, whatever coin it is that's above the skinny pink line. And this is Render against Bitcoin, which means that it's going to move faster than Bitcoin towards the upside, as evident by the move of the past few days. So you can argue that this is something like a cup and handle that's breaking out. Cup and handles are a little bit trickier to trade, and depending on the consolidation, you are not always able to catch high quality trades for cup and handles. Again, it depends on the shape though, but for this it's a little bit more difficult because when it drops very slowly. When it rises very fast. So if you miss the move, then that's it. That is it, boys and girls. Render against USDT. Here we are for Render. Again, we're above the skinny pink line, so we would expect more upside, but the chart pattern just isn't really what I would consider as tradable, right? The wheels have not been kind to us towards the upside so far, right? Towards the downside, yeah, you can argue, you can see Mountain 1. Dude, draw properly. Mountain 1. Dude, Mountain 1. Mountain 2. Mountain 3. Phew! And we're down, right? So, yeah, but where's the values? Where's the squeeze? None. You can argue that it was not exactly as high quality. So yeah, we might get something here though, hopefully, right? But if we don't see it, we're not going to be rushing to anything. Lido now, LDO against BTC doesn't look good. I was looking at LDO because we're already under the skinny pink line, so we respect the skinny pink line, and we remain bias bearish for LDO. I would still expect more downside for LDO. So yeah, it's not really looking that good though to me. And this is a very nice support line, which I would expect to eventually, come back down for LDO, right? I mean, of course, we could also break higher, but I don't really like this, right? But yeah, it's a no-go for now. LDO against USDT. Yeah, we were saying that LDO has formed something like a head and shoulders, right? We broke the support. After we broke the support, we went under the skinny pink line. And after that, now we're back up above the resistance. Support, once broken, becomes resistance. So we broke back up above the resistance. We're gonna continue. Again, we're not too sure. So LDO is just, yeah, it's just being untradeable at this point of time, right? I will consider this as largely invalidated because we're already back up above, significantly above the resistance, right? And we are also up above the skinny pink line. So this is already largely invalidated, right? I mean, eventually we could still fall back down, but when the time comes, we will readjust our targets and our drawings. PEPE USDT. We'll look at it on Gate. So for PEPE, yes sir. So PEPE, if you look back in time into our videos, right, previous weeks, you will see that we were actually talking about this. I actually accidentally uploaded a picture which I wasn't supposed to upload, and we were talking about this in private. So when we move in silence, and after that, yeah, it broke out. Right now, let's drop onto the 4 hours. There's nothing for PEPE. There's absolutely nothing. So yeah, but we're falling in a very controlled manner though. There's a possibility that we could see a rally, but I don't know. Again, PEPE could also do mountain ranges here, head lower. PEPE could also consolidate here and head higher. Again, we're not entirely sure ourselves, so yeah, we're not rushing to anything for PEPE. We are just watching CFX against BTC. Where is this? CFX. Okay, let's look at it on a daily. Okay, Conflux is still in a bullish trend because again, why? We are above the skinny pink line. We're in some sort of a consolidation, but this is not what I would consider as tradable. Not tradable to me. So it's just too bad that we don't have any thing to go on with for Conflux BTC. Conflux USDT, same freaking thing. I would expect some sort of a consolidation over here though. If it is something clear for us to put on the trade, then we might consider it, but at this point of time, I just don't see it yet. So yeah, again, Conflux is Conflux is next for us. Synthetix, SNX against BTC. Okay, wait, we're gonna do 10 though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Decentraland mana. Okay. SNX against BTC. Yeah, we've already kind of not broken the support. We're kind of rallying back up. So do we adjust this? Okay, let's just adjust this. Such is life, man. Such is life. Such is life. So yeah, we still maintain our target over here of 445. We're at 891. When will we consider this as largely invalidated? Break the skinny pink line. Go back up above. Take out all of these highs, right? Take out the highs here. Take out the highs here. That's it. We consider this as largely invalidated. If that happens, right? So at this point of time, we will still stick with our target at 445 for SNX BTC. SNX USDT. Here we are. This is SNX USDT. We could again get a symmetrical triangle over here, break higher for sure. Again, even by itself, we could also get a consolidation over here before breaking out. Sure, of course. Any clear signs of a proper tradable chart pattern? No. Is this a bullish reversal? I don't see it yet. Not saying it can't rise up from here, but yeah, it doesn't give us an edge. So it's a no-go for us. SNX. Frax share. FXX. BTC. Anything for FXS BTC? Yeah, again, if you pull this across. Right, mountain 1, mountain 2, mountain 3. Right. Mountain 4. Feels to me like we're heading lower. I don't know. I don't really have a good feeling about FXS. It's not good to me. It's not good to me. I think there's going to be more downside. I think we're going to take out these lows. Nope. Not good. Not good. FXS against USDT. Yeah, we broke above the skinny pink line. Right. It would be great if we just continue higher. But that's not happening. And so there was a dip that came. We actually touched the skinny pink line. And we crossed the skinny pink line. Yes, we're coming back up. But it messes up everything for FXS. So next. Injective. INJ BTC. Anything for INJ? Nope. We're above the skinny pink line though. So yeah, that's why as long as we're above, we remain with our bullish bias, right? There was a consolidation right above it, right? There was some buffer over here. So eventually once the consolidation ended, we shot higher. Are we going to consolidate here for another move higher? Potentially. Anything right now? Nope. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be a very strong resistance area. So even if we do rise up a little bit, I suspect there could be a deep fall as well. So be careful about rushing to trade too soon for INJ BTC. INJ USDT. Injective USDT is also rising against the USD pair. No, there's no clear tradable chart patterns. Not on the daily. Maybe if you zoom into like with 15 minutes, you might see something here and there. Yeah, but no, I don't think so. I don't see anything for Injective. So be careful about rushing to a trade too soon. I'm not saying it can't go any higher. I'm just saying be careful. You know, we don't know how much lower it's going to go. Yes, again, there's still some buffer before hitting the skinny pink line. So the bullish trend is still on for Injective at this point of time. Again, there's going to be significant resistance over here for Injective. If I were to consider this as a wave 1, this would be a 2, up 3, down 4. There should be another one up for a 5. I don't know how much higher, but yeah, be careful about Injective. I mean, if you got an Injective here, it's fine. But Injective is here, not here. So be careful, be careful, be careful. Litecoin against BTC. Here we are, Litecoin. Yeah, we were saying that we've already crossed under the skinny pink line. We've hit targets though. We had a target over here. Is this a double bottom? Are we rising all the way back up? Or again, are we going to come back down under the skinny pink line? There are many times in history where Litecoin broke the skinny pink line, came back down, retested, went even lower, right? Broke the skinny pink line, broke back down, retested. We could also drop lower for Litecoin. So the danger is still there. The Litecoin could still hit lower, right? We are under the skinny pink line. We have not broken back up yet. So I'm leaning towards the bearish side of things for Litecoin BTC. So be careful about rushing to a trade too soon for Litecoin. I'm not saying it can't rise any higher. I'm just saying be careful, right? Litecoin against USDT. Ta-da! Where was this? 3rd of May. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we were saying that very likely Litecoin is going to... Okay, let me just fact check myself. Very likely, we were saying that Litecoin is going to drop and get a C, right? A, B, C. We were expecting A, B, C, D, E. We continue higher. That's the expectation. And so let me just fact check. Fact check. Let's go back down. 2 weeks ago. Here, top 20. 2 weeks ago, yo. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's look at Litecoin over here. Let's go halfway. Because at the beginning, I would normally do Bitcoin. So let's speed it up. 2x. Again, a little bit lower. So yeah, feels to me like C is in the making for. Feels to me like C is in the making for Litecoin against USDT. Litecoin against USDT. I honestly think that Litecoin is still gonna drop. I still honestly think. Okay, let me just reverse that. Right. So pre-wave move towards the downside. And ABC kind of a chart pattern. Potentially, right? A consolidate for a B, come down for a C. Right. So yeah, feels to me like C is in the making for Litecoin against USDT. I honestly think that Litecoin is still gonna drop a little bit lower. So yeah, so this is what happened, right? Look at where we were here and look at where we are now. So I was saying that this could be an A, B, C kind of a chart pattern that could happen, right? Anyway, if we were to assume, let's say we're going to complete an ABC, right? DE. Okay, the boys and I are looking at this very closely. So if the opportunity comes, we'll probably take a trade for it. But yeah, we've gotten 2 targets towards the upside. Will we get an ABCD? I don't know. Could this be a tricky trick? And then maybe we rise higher, sweep out all the highs, and then pull the price lower? Of course, things can always go wrong. Trading is not as simple as you think. But if things go well, this is where we get off the elevator. Right, 130, 155. 2 targets. Again, we are anticipating the possibility of a wave E over here. Right, A, B, C. We're very close to being done. If this is an ABCD, we're very close to being done. Eventually, you're going to see a breakout because the Litecoin halving countdown is coming in August. Nice hash. Yes, sir. You know when? 3rd of August. If you look over here, right, this is the Litecoin halving. It's coming. Litecoin. Okay, no, just halving will do. That's it. Is this the one? Yeah. So there's a halving coming. So it will tie in very well because this is the fundamentals involved, not just technicals, but fundamentally there's also a reason. There's a fire up the ass of Litecoin, so the fire would result in a rocket move towards targets. Potentially, again, no guarantees. There's just no guarantees over here. And yeah, I think so. We'll see first though. If an opportunity arises, we're definitely we're definitely going to be attempting to put on a trade for Litecoin, right? Because Litecoin is available everywhere. Anyone can trade Litecoin. It's available in all the top exchanges all around the world. And yeah, it's highly liquid, so you can put a sizable position for Litecoin. So there you go. So that's why I'm watching Litecoin very closely. Optimism! Op against BTC. What's Op BTC? Again, we're already under the skinny pink line. So again, we respect the skinny pink line. Once we're under it, we remain with our bearish bias for Optimism against BTC, right? There's so many clusters of stop sells over here, which I suspect is going to be taken out. We're probably going to consolidate over here. Going to look something like a head and shoulders, right? And then palm, we drop lower. You see that? Do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, so there could be a dip coming on for Op BTC. Op USDT. Yeah, we touched the skinny pink line. I don't really like it. I suspect that Op should be heading lower. Right, so you can argue that this is a mountain range of sorts. If you were to drill in, you might even see smaller mountain ranges here and there. Even here as well. Mountains. I don't know. It's just, I don't really like this, right? We've touched the skinny pink line, but there's no chart pattern. So next Optimism. Mana against BTC. This is Mana for you. Mana BTC. We keep forming lower lows. Any tradable chart pattern for Mana BTC? No. Right. Let's do a study. If we were to consider this as Mana's falling wedge, right? Let's go back in time. It's falling wedge, and then you see a break higher, right? And you would expect that potentially this could be the bullish reversal for Mana BTC. But alas, what happened? Mana was consolidating. You were hoping that it would continue higher. But what happened? Yeah, things just didn't turn out the way that we would expect it to. And we took out the lows over here. You see that? There was a small consolidation right under the skinny pink line. Skinny pink line is just absolute magic. So the bearish trend was actually still on for Mana. It is not in a bullish trend yet, right? And we did a very strong rally. So we need to see the break happen for Mana BTC. It did not come, and it just started collapsing lower, right? And we form a lower low. That's not good. And so yeah, you keep adjusting your, yeah, I wouldn't be doing anything for Mana, not at this point of time, bro. Of course, suddenly we could do something like this, right? Pew! Of course, for sure. But yeah, it doesn't give us an H. So no H, no go. Mana against USDT. Okay, there could be something coming for Mana USDT, right? There could be. Let me tell you what I mean. This whole thing, look at this. Beautiful touches of the resistance. Once, twice, 3 times. Okay, not 4 times. Not a 4th time. 3 times we've already touched the resistance. So you can also assume that this whole thing could be an A, a B, a C in the making, right? Maybe we'll probably have to break back up above the skinny pink line eventually. Consolidate around here. Get an extended wave E, right? Not within the chart pattern. And a wave E that is above the resistance. We could do something like that. And then skinny pink line starts curving back up. Yeah, we see a rally. Something like that could happen. So if and when we finish consolidation, it could really be October, November, end of the year, right? Now it's only May. October is like 5, 10 minus 5 more months to go. So yeah, I'm not really that, if and when the move comes, we'll talk about it. But for now, yeah, it doesn't look like a high quality chart pattern for us. So we're not going to be rushing into anything for Mana. I'd preach caution for mana. Alright, I guess that's it for our top 10, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Top 10 most volatile coins for the past week. Technical analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-ta!